Hey, everybody. Welcome back to When Words Fail Music Speaks podcast, where we fight depression with the power of music. I'm your handicapped host, James Cox. I have another great interview to you today. It's the Don Allen is his name. He is a country music singer-songwriter, born and raised in a dairy farm in New Zealand's North Island. He grew to love country music, just like me. I love country music. He became heavily involved in it. This was mainly due to his teacher, who used to sing and play guitar to his pupils. It kindled Don's interest in country music from the age of 10. Country music began to flow in his veins, noticing that Don Allen was always keen to participate in the sing-alongs the teacher offered to give him some guitar lessons, which of course Don accepted. He also started learning how to play two Jim Reeves and Slim Whitman LPs records found in his parents' old record player. And now, 5 decades later, he loves the love of country music has become a passion for him. Welcome, Mr. Don Allen. How are you doing today?
Thank you very much, James. I'm well, thank you, and I hope you are.
I am too. It said that you are from New Zealand. It, so I've never been to New Zealand. Is that like a cool place to live in? I mean, grow up in and everything.
Yeah, yeah. Born and raised in New Zealand on a dairy farm, and I left New Zealand actually when I was about 24 years of age. For I went over to I came into your country actually because I always had a hankering to get into the USA and do some country music over there. But that was in about 1980, and I ended up in Sacramento, in California.
Yeah.
But I was working. I was working there for a little time before I had to come back out of the country. So I didn't really. I went into a talent show there in Sacramento, and I won that talent show, and
Nice.
that actually gave me a chance to do a TV show with Ron Smith,
Okay.
Easy Living Country in those days.
Right.
And so then, but I had to move out. I had to get out. I had to get out of America. My visas were running out and all that sort of thing. So I moved on out, and to go back to New Zealand, I arrived in Australia, and it was only meant to be a stopover, but it's been a 45-year stopover now, you know.
Right. Yeah.
So now I guess you'd say I'm a Cozzy, you know, because they call the New Zealanders Kiwis, and Australians are Aussies, you know. So now I'm a Cozzy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, over in America, I work at Outback Steakhouse, and I'm pretty sure y'all don't have any Outback Steakhouse over there. It's just an American thing over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I do record in Nashville. I've done my last two albums in Nashville with a guy called Kenny Lee over there, and he's a producer, very very good producer, and the last two albums, but my last two singles I've done produced here in Australia, and especially the one that you have now, I think, a song called Suzanne.
Suzanne, great song.
Yeah,
Great song. Yeah.
that one was done here, and I was really really pleased with the way that came out, Suzanne. It's really proving it over here now. It's into two charts now. It's starting to go up
Nice.
the charts. You know.
Anywhere you go up is the best way to go, right? So
No,
my mom.
we got to get into the American charts.
That's right, man. We got to boost it up over here, Yes, sir. But my mom would love your voice because
Yeah.
I have the voice almost similar to Elvis Presley. Was that one of
Right.
your inspirations?
Of Presley's.
Yes.
Yeah. I did a song called "In the Ghetto."
And to get yes.
Uh, yeah, in the ghetto, and that went so well for me in both Australia and New Zealand and across the world. It went real good for me. So, and I don't try to sound like Presley. I wanted to do my version of the way I felt the song.
Yeah. I guess it's in your voice register that you happen to sound like Elvis, you know. You don't mean to sound like him.
That's right.
It's in your voice register, and you can't help that at all. So it's all good. It's all good. Who is your favorite country artist of all time?
That's it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Who is your favorite country artist of all time?
Who is? What did you say? Sorry, James. Who is my favorite artist?
Yes.
I've got so many. I really have. So many favorites. I mean, I grew up listening to Conway Twitty.
Yeah. Okay.
Loving Conway Twitty stuff. Loving the pedal steel, John Huey pedal steel, and all that sort of thing. And so, but I have gone through the different phases of different artists, and then I became really intrigued and attached with a guy called Vern Gosdin over there, and his sort of stuff was just incredible. But Waylon Jennings, all like George Jones, Jennings, and Chris Christopherson, all those sort of guys. That's where I am.
Yeah, the old school guys, you know. Yeah, because I've seen Johnny Cash live, and my mom said I've seen him, but I don't remember seeing him. Have you seen? Have you seen any of those people live? Did you actually go to them and play live? Johnny Cash and Conway Twitty.
Have I seen who, James?
Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash. I've seen Johnny Cash. Yeah. I've seen Johnny Cash live.
Yeah.
Yeah. In New Zealand. He came to New Zealand. That was before I left New Zealand, and he did. I went to see him as a match because I wasn't really into Johnny Cash at that stage.
Okay.
I went to see the show. I did the afternoon show, a matinee show, and I just sat back. I was just in so much awe of Johnny Cash, and I went back again that night to see the show again because it intrigued me. You know, like he had June Carter Cash and his little son, and his son was only at that stage about 4 years old.
Okay.
And he came out. Yeah, he came out on stage too. But Johnny Cash had an aura around him. He really did. It's just incredible.
He did. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So you've been all around the world. You've been to America. You've been to New Zealand. I guess all around the world again. You know. What are some of your favorite venues to play in?
Favorite venues?
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you one that I really do love is in and around Nashville. We did. I worked the Troubadour Theatre in Nashville, which was great. You know, those sort of places. You know, I've done the town halls in different cities. Wherever it takes me, the venue really. It's the venue. It's the people that come to the venues that make it more so for me than like remembering a venue. I remember the people. You know.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, because I would imagine it would be hard to pick a favorite venue because you're playing them all the time. You know.
Say again. Sorry, James.
Oh, okay. I said I would imagine for you it would be hard to pick a venue because you've been to so many of them. Correct? It would be so hard for you. Yeah.
Absolutely, that's for sure. You know, so you go from one to another, and you go to one, and you forget that one, go to the next one.
Right. Exactly. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How has your background outside of music influenced your artistic expression?
Outside of music?
Yes.
For all the years that I've been doing music, I never ever went completely professional. I've been more semi-professional because I had my own business. I'm a cabinet maker by trade, And so I did my apprenticeship as a cabinet maker, and I started my own kitchen manufacturing business as a cabinet maker. And I've had that going while I've been doing shows and stuff. And so that held me back a little bit, but I always like to make sure I have my feet planted firmly on the ground. So I had to keep my business going. And but now I've sold the business, hence I'm coming back into business now. Yep.
Because I think it says you've now come back 5 decades later to do music. What inspired you to come back, and why did you supposedly leave music in the first place?
Well, I actually the major reason is because I had a problem with my hearing, and still got a slight problem with my hearing, but overnight I lost hearing in one ear, totally, completely gone.
Oh no!
And so of course, and that what that caused was the fact that I couldn't pitch, I couldn't hear different tones of music, and I couldn't pick it. All I was hearing was bass, was really just a terrible noise. So I had to pull out, and I pulled out, completely there for a while until I went, and I was in denial because the doctors and stuff were telling me I've gone deaf, and I'm saying I'm too young to go deaf.
Right.
But yeah, so I was in denial, and I wouldn't get a hearing aid or anything. And in actual fact, I did get my first hearing aid. I wear two hearing aids, but they're inside my ears. So and it's great. But and I only had one when I first went over to the States to record in Nashville. I only had the one, and they picked up over there that I was still having trouble holding a pitch or reaching it, and then they said to me, "What you should do is get your other ear checked out, because you're going to find that if you do that, you will start hearing." And they were so right, and it just like opened up a new door for me because I was able to sing in tune again.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm so glad you're back in music, because your songs are amazing, especially the new single "Suzanne," which I love. And I will say that to my mom, and she's like, "Is that Elvis Presley singing to me?" I'm like, "Nope, it's Don Allen." Yeah.
Oh, that's good. You tell your mom I like her.
There you go. Yes, sir. I will do. So we do have three. So we do have three more questions for you, because I know you're tired, and it's I think it's like 11 something there in Australia.
At the time?
Yeah.
Time is probably about 10:30, I think, something like that.
10:30 over there, 8 o'clock a.m. over here. So I know you're tired. So we're gonna do three more questions for you, sir. So since you've been all around the world, do you get inspiration from these songs around the world, or do you or are they like real life moments? Where do you get your inspiration from?
I've got I have got quite a few songs half written, that if in fact I see something or hear a line or whatever, and I lots of times I would hasn't happened so much nowadays, but in my earlier day, I would get an idea for a song, or a line would come to us into me in my sleep, basically, and I'd wake up and I'd have to get out and go and write that song straight away, right at that stage. So inspirations come with whatever or wherever you see something or hear something, or just there could be a line that somebody says a particular line, and that's a great line for a song, or a great title for a song, and so that's where I get my ideas from, and generally, if you've got a good idea, you can write that song in pretty smartly, pretty quick. The ones that take a lot of time to write, are probably the ones that I don't worry too much about. I put them aside because the ones that I can write straight away and have a song in 10 minutes, they're the ones that
Right.
sort of have done them well. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So
But
we have.
I love
Oh, okay. Uh,
it.
so we have a Mount Rushmore here, which is for four prolific presidents. My question to you is, what is your Mount Rushmore of music? What is your four top favorite bands of all time?
Four top favourite bands
Or artists, you know?
or artists, yeah.
Yes, yes, sir.
You like four artists, four artists. Love, what's his name? Well, love Johnny Cash, obviously.
Right,
What
yeah,
do we
yeah,
got here? Hey?
yeah. It's hard.
Yeah, Alan Jackson,
Yeah,
Conway Twitty,
right.
Charlie Pride. I love Charlie Pride. I used to love Charlie Pride. And I grew up through country music with Charlie's music too.
Right.
George Strait, obviously, like
Yeah.
just fantastic artists that I do draw. Like if I hear something afflicted in their voice or whatever, I do have the ability to maybe sound a little bit like them, which
Right.
is rather than try to copy them.
Right, exactly. Yeah, yeah. The number one country artist I always get, and you said it yourself here, is George Strait. I think he is the king of country, and I think that everybody under the sun will agree with me. And you just did as well.
Oh, absolutely, mate. Yeah, absolutely. So good, so good. Well, and he's just proved it. He had at his concert not so long ago.
Right.
Totally,
Yeah.
huge crowd. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Yes. Big, huge. I think that he's like the biggest icon in country music still. But okay. Okay, so we have one more question, and then
Yep.
we'll send you off. Um, is there one song, artist, or album that you can listen to right now, but you can't tell me or your wife or your family how it makes you feel deep inside your soul?
Yeah. I would still, if I could, if to listen to an album, you mean that I like?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still put Conway Twitty is my favorite artist,
Okay.
and as I say, I can put Conway Twitty's album on. I used to years ago. I used to be able to put Twitty's albums on and sit in front of that and just get high on Conway Twitty's music.
Yeah.
Like on the pedal steel and his songs and his crying in his voice and that sort of thing. It's just just incredible.
Right. Awesome. 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 Well, we thank you for coming on the show, and for everybody listening, go to Apple Music to download his three albums: For the Life of Me, Tribute Series, the Volume 1, and 90 Proof, and always download his new single called Suzanne. And he's on Facebook and Instagram, correct?
On all those, we're all on it. Yep.
Okay, nice, nice, nice.
CD, baby. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we honestly
Yeah.
do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks so much anyway for the opportunity, James, for coming on this and having you. Yeah, it's great, mate. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for staying up until like 11 o'clock. Yeah, because I didn't know that you were like a whole day ahead of me.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna go to bed now.
there you go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we honestly do thank you for coming on the show. We always welcome you to come back anytime you want to, and whenever you're
Next time I come over.
yeah,
Next time I come over, I'd like to meet you.
exactly. I was just gonna say when you're in America, call me or something, and I'll come meet you. because I would love to talk to you about
Absolutely.
things. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Will do. Will do.
So for
Yeah.
everybody listening, always remember when words fail, music speaks. Thanks, guys. Bye.